I then was asked in 1980 or 81 to become head of the postgraduate, the MA programme on European Studies at the LSE. And I did that, still a committed sort of European Federalist. And by about the late 1980s, I was beginning to think it didn't add up. I just met too many silly bureaucrats, too many corrupt politicians, too many mad European theorists, and I thought, no, this is a waste of money. We're not gaining anything out of it. It's profligate, it's corrupt, it's undemocratic, it's bureaucratic. The last straw came when a very fat man from the European Commission came over, and he's the most spherical creature I'd ever seen. And he was head of transport. And he bounced along with a pointer between maps, and he had maps of all these countries of Europe, and he would say, this is Ireland. The Irish want to build roads on the west coast. We say, no, you must build roads on the east coast. All roads must lead to Brussels. Then he said, this is Greece. The Greeks want to build roads here. We say, no, you must build them there. All roads must lead to Brussels. And he did this for about 7 or 8 countries. I just thought this was mad. And I decided that was about the straw that broke the camel's back, and I decided I would be an active Eurosceptic. And then it coincided with Mrs. Thatcher and her battle against the European Commission. And then in 1989, I was invited to become a founder member of the Bruges Group. And so I became a founder member of the Bruges Group and more or less took it over in many ways. I became its leading pamphleteer, its leading polemicist. I had huge arguments with the German government, with John Major. Then I decided, Thatcher was fine when she was president and we got on well, but when Major became Prime Minister, it became clear he was a Europhile. And I decided that a think tank was no longer the way to put pressure on the government, that we needed another party. And so, because I'd already got a certain notoriety in the Bruges Group, I was able to set up a new party called the Anti-Federalist League, at which point I got thrown out of the Bruges Group because, in the words of its then chairman, Alan, you're becoming an embarrassment to John Major. When I said, I thought that was the point of the group, to be an embarrassment to John Major, and now I was forcibly retired.
So who set it up in the first place?
I did. I set up the Anti-Federalist League.
Which became UKIP.
Which it just changed its name.
So was it your conception in the first place?
Oh yes, entirely. I wrote a letter to the Times saying that I wanted to set up a new party with those interests and get in touch with me. And then the BBC filmed me in my office at LSE getting all these replies and checks and money and what have you, and then poured onto my desk.
To see our future videos, follow us on Twitter or Facebook, and be sure to select See First, or the chances are you may not see the videos in your newsfeed. Or to be sure you don't miss anything, subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the bell icon. That way you'll get a notification by email as soon as a new video is available. In the meantime, please do help us out and like and share or retweet this post so your friends and followers can see it too.